Good day, folks. Tuesday, 29th of November. Welcome to today's podcast. Currently trending on Netflix is Ancient Apocalypse by Graham Hancock, a documentary series that investigates the possibility of a lost civilization predating all other known civilizations. It's a well-made documentary with stunning cinematography, stunning scenery, and some earth-shattering revelations. And what's more, it examines an interesting possibility. After all, isn't that what documentaries and indeed all learning should do? Examine possibilities? Well, no. Well, at least not according to writers at The Guardian. Yes, Stuart Heritage, writing in The Guardian, described Ancient Apocalypse as the most dangerous show on TV. Dangerous? Why would watching a documentary, a bit like a ancient history detective story, be dangerous? Well, Stuart Heritage says that if you believe that ultra-intelligent creatures built the pyramids, then what's next? Believing election fraud is real, believing 9/11 was an inside job. And Heritage goes on to suggest that Netflix is purposefully targeting the series at conspiracy theorists. Okay, well, there's a few faults with this argument. First of all, at no point does Hancock suggest that ultra-intelligent creatures built the pyramids. The focus is on human history. It's not ancient aliens, it's not chariots of the gods, it's ancient apocalypse. The focus is entirely on human civilization. Secondly, Stuart Heritage is demonstrating the all too common trick of liberals, which is, rather than refuting an argument, resort to labelling and insinuation, the common trick. In fact, nowhere within this article does Stuart Heritage offer any factual rebuttals to anything within Hancock's documentary. Indeed, with the claim of ultra-intelligent creatures, it's very clear that Stuart Heritage almost certainly has not watched the documentary itself. Rather, he just simply cites experts and says that archaeologists disagree with him. Okay, well, why not just actually look at the issues at hand rather than trying to just cite experts? Now, this takes us to what is really dangerous. The reason that The Guardian considers it dangerous is because, oh dear, they don't like people to question experts. The modern liberals or the modern left seem to be the party of experts. They seem to wince or cry bloody murder if anybody has the audacity to question experts or consider that experts might be wrong. Just like how Copernicus did, just like how Einstein did. Indeed, just how just about everybody who gave us modern science did. But oh no, today's liberals don't like that. Secondly, why not examine the facts as they are? Hancock himself has one hypothesis, but throughout the documentary, he just simply examines the facts. Among those facts is Göbekli Tepe, discovered in 1995. Göbekli Tepe in Turkey is a series of megalithic structures resembling what could be possibly be a temple or some kind of human sanctuary. But the point is, it's megalithic and it dates back at least 12,000 years. Okay, well, doesn't human civilization date back only 6,000 years, as conventional estimates say? So how do the establishment narratives get around this? Well, they'll say it was built by hunter-gatherers. Really? Okay, how does that work? Okay, let's chisel away at this stone pillar. Oh, spear that wild boar. Let's build the tools. Let's assemble the tools. Uh, and spill that wild boar. Let that boar escape. Um, okay, well, in case you haven't realised what I'm getting at, hunter-gatherers don't build monoliths. Hunter-gatherers don't construct temples. Hunter-gatherers don't really have much engineering than the spears they use to hunt. Why? Because hunter gathering is a full-time job. It doesn't have and building monoliths requires a division of labour. It requires organisation, it requires a food supply for which you need agriculture, it requires civilization. So clearly civilization does date back more than 6,000 years. That can at least be established there. But again, people don't like this because it requires adjusting paradigms. And adjusting paradigms means that certain established people may have to admit that they were wrong, which is, well, it's only a rather human instinct. I mean, nobody seems to like admitting that they're wrong, or at least not today's academia. Indeed, I'm sure many would agree that Columbus was a great navigator, but I'm sure if he was alive today, he would have used GPS. It would be wonderful if today's academics could just be just a little bit more pragmatic. So, how is the documentary series itself? Well, as always, it's very insightful. Contains a whirlwind of information I was previously unfamiliar with, such as Gun and Padang, which I had read about in Hancock's Magicians of the Gods, but seeing it as it's presented is, well, nothing short of breathtaking. It's a great documentary, and my advice to any would-be viewers is simply watch it with an open mind. Just watch it and absorb the facts, which is what Hancock presents. He presents the facts along with his hypothesis. A hypothesis you are always at liberty to agree or disagree with. But oh no, liberals don't even like people to examine new possibilities. Indeed, they simply will say that he's a pseudo-archaeologist. Well, he never claimed to be an archaeologist. He claims to be what he is, an investigative journalist. Just like John Pilger. And nobody ever says that John Pilger is a pseudo-political scientist. I've never heard anybody call Al Gore a pseudo-climatologist. I mean, hell, I'd never dream of calling Al Gore a pseudo-computer engineer. I mean, after all, Al Gore did invent the internet. He did, didn't he? Okay, well, going back to point, labelling and using the so destructive catch-all term of conspiracy theory seems to be today's modern liberals' way of shutting down debate. And why should it even concern today's liberals if people just want to examine our past and see if everything we were taught at middle school and at high school was right, or if we could expand the field of knowledge? Why not do that? Oh dear, because it means questioning experts, and oh dear, the writers at The Guardian don't like you to question experts. Well, I'll end it on this note of keeping the free-spirited inquiry going, the free-spirited inquiry that drove Copernicus, that drove Einstein, that drove Columbus, that drove Marco Polo, rather than reading The Guardian. Thank you all. Good day.